And it's that time again. Time to take a look at all the tabletop role-playing game Kickstarter projects that are coming to an end this week, but you still have a chance to support them. Deep breath. Just head on over to your favorite Kickstarter, crowdfunding, itch.io, Backlight, group funding, dark portal, hole in the wall, mailbox, or however else you choose to support these Kickstarters. And if there's something here that you like, toss them a coin. Usually you get some nice cool stuff for them, and this is the last week to support many of these. So yeah, it's Wednesday. Let's take a look at all the tabletop role-playing game crowdfunding projects are coming to your gut, and I am your humble host, the OGGM. And as usual, I will post links to the ones that I think are worth your time, and I will make fun of the ones I think that are not. From Kobold Press, we have Deep Magic 2, Spellcaster's Emporium for 5th edition games. And this guy right here looks really familiar. Really familiar. I don't know where I've seen this guy before, but he looks really... Who is this guy? Because I know I've seen him somewhere before. I mean, that hair, the mustache, the weird thing, the sort of cloaky thing, and something to do with gems. God, I mean... It's like you're not even trying. It's like, really, you're not even trying. That's totally Doctor Strange. Anyways, if you're looking for a whole bunch of new magic-y type stuff for 5e, check it out. This has got spells, styles, subclasses, new spells, a system where you could submit spells to Kobold Press, which they might use for the third one. This is, of course, 5e because... Kobold Press said that besides the whole OGL Black Flag thing, they are still going to be supporting any contracts they made to make 5e product. But once all those contracts are fulfilled, like for this one, that's it for them in 5e. They will be putting everything supposedly behind their project Black Flag and ORC stuff. But then they recently said, yeah, you know what? We might still make stuff for 5e now that new OGL SRD thing is. So yeah, way to stick to your guns, guys. But still, everybody is excited about Project Black Flag and to see what Kobold Press is going to do. Apparently they hold a very high ranking in the 5e third-party product world, which is weird because, you know, I know they've been out there. I don't think I've ever played in a Kobold Press inspired 5e game. I know their setting is pretty well received though, and considered one of the best third-party 5e settings, just so it's a shame I never got a chance to enjoy it. Anyways, this is out there. If you're a fan of Kobold Press, check it out. New spells. From Pinnacle Entertainment, we have Legends of Ghost Mountain for Savage Worlds. Savage Worlds, the system that shouldn't work, but does. This is a source book, $150. Oh, I forgot to tell you the pledge. I'm sorry. If you want to pledge for Deep Magic Spellcaster's Emporium for 5th edition games, $129 is the most popular pledge. It gets you PDF, Roll20, and a hardcover, plus a slipcase, a pin, and the aforementioned ability to submit a spell that Kobold Press might use for Deep Magic number 3. From Pinnacle Entertainment, we have Legends of Ghost Mountain for Savage Worlds, the game that shouldn't work but does amazingly. $150 is the most popular pledge. Gets you the digital and printed box set, including books, maps, GN screens, bennies. Bennies are very important in Savage Worlds if you're familiar with the system. Dice, pawns, and more. It's a box set focusing on martial arts type campaigns in the world of Savage Worlds type settings. So pulp, action, martial arts, waiaksu, anime. It's got sacred gates, demon ghosts, stuff like that. Project makes his Suede, Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, with the right level of sensibility to the subject to bring something equally waiaksu to the gaming table. Sensitivity to the subject, because, you know, we don't want to have them being, you know, considered racist or cultural appropriation because they're making a martial arts themed source book for Savage Worlds, and, you know, we wouldn't want Daniel Kwan or Connie Chang to go, you're stealing my legacy of my people who invented the martial arts. Yeah. Stuff. How come nobody ever makes a adventure book setting about the other martial arts of the world? What about the Brazilian martial arts, you know? What about the Caribbean martial arts? What about the Russian martial arts? How about somebody just make an entire book about like Mossad agents and the martial arts they practice? From Infinite Black, again, there's a super comic book called Infinite Black, guys. For Mork Borg, we have Vast Grimm Into the Oblivion. This is a 3-book setting for Vast Grimm. It's a variant to the Mork Borg set in space, so it's dark fantasy, space, doomy, heavy metal. Grim, dark sci-fi horror in the style of Mork Borg, featuring corrupting worms consuming humanity, even as the galaxy ends. $65 is the most popular pledge to get you the PDF and the print version of all 3 books. And just look at this art. That just looks, heavy metal-y, album cover, doomy, super saturated. Wow, just sings. Look at the colors, and yeah. But it's Mork Borg, so we already know how popular the Mork Borg style is. For that gritty, grim, death metal, end of the world stuff that is Mork Borg. That looks familiar. For Mothership, from Severed Books, we have SISTR, a rare geometry for motherships. $69 is the most popular pledge. Gets you the PDF and the print version of the books and some weird-looking dice. Use rules for an adventure that uses turrets, cubes with displays that let the warden randomize the attacks, defense, hack, and retreat modes. In a puzzle ship adventure, it's a 60-page random generation table that uses weird dice that is based upon, I don't know, some video game that had cubes that featured a huge part in it. Cubes. Companion? Nope, can't say it. But it's Mothership, which is still my nominee for 2023 Game of the Year, but we'll see. So, yeah. Kobolds Ain't My Baby is back. One of my all-time favorite names for a game that never got enough love. But Kobolds Ain't My Baby is back. It's now using the polymorph system, which we've talked about before. It's basically a beer and pretzel silly role-playing game where you play kobolds out to do koboldy type things. So if you know, I've been working on my Minions on a Mission campaign setting, and I've been talking about pushing it further and, sort of doing a more with a kobold goblin-centric world. This is one of the games that inspired Minions on a Mission. So if you want to know where the original inspiration for Minions on a Mission came from, it's this. $89 is the most popular pledge for the PDF and print version of all 3 books, plus digital accessories and a plush, $90 for a Kobold plush. For the first time in 24 years, Kobolds Ain't My Baby is back, and it's now for the polymorph system. 9th level games, Beer and Pretzels RPG returns using the polymorph system. If you want to play as kobolds defending their dungeon for King Torg, this is the one you're going to want to use. It's also the only one that lets you play kobolds defending a dungeon for King Torg. From Onyx Path Publishing, we have Realms of Pugmire tabletop role-playing game. This is the Pugmire campaign setting. $55 is the most popular pledge. Gives you the PDF, print on demand, and print versions of the book. It's a clarified, refined core rulebook for Pugmire, the RPG where you play dogs and cats and rodents after the rest of humanity has died. Fantasy with a great twist. So if you want to be playing a dog, there you go. Dogs who have evolved after the fall of mankind, but still want to be good boys and defend the legacy of their former, masters and stuff. Well, cats are, being cats, and probably they're the ones that are responsible for the apocalypse. Because let's face it, if cats ever evolved opposable thumbs, we'd be dead. Looking at you, Steve. Looking at you, buddy. From Nord Games, we have the Oracle character generator for fantasy RPG. This is, it has no price. It says $sign for PDF and box set. It's a system that allows you to generate 100,000 million different fantasy characters. It's cards that let you draw and combine original fantasy characters on the fly because, there's none of these generators that are free on the internet. Instead, you can pay ? To kickstart this and get a box set filled with cards that do something you could do for free on the internet. But apparently it's free. So, yeah, because there's no price. No price, guys. So, yeah, I want to pay whatever amount this is for you to send me a bunch of cards that let me do something I can do for free. From Green Ronin Publishing, we have the 5th season role-playing game for the Age system. $60 is the most popular pledge. Gets you the PDF and the print version of the book. There's a free 5th season quick starter available on both Green Ronin and Drive-Thru. It's based upon N.K. Jameson's Broken Ill trilogy, and he has won multiple awards, including the Hugo Awards. It's the Age system, recreates the world. If you've read the books of the Broken Earth, then you can now role-play in it. I don't know anything about the Broken Earth trilogy. Does anybody else out there know about it? I'm assuming since it's called Broken Earth, it's post-apocalypse. But other than that, let's check out the free Kickstart. See if it tells us anything. Go, magic. Nope, doesn't take. Okay. If you've read the system, you know anything about it, let me know. Here's one that's interesting. We have Till Death Do Us Part. This is an Advanced Dungeons & Dragons OSR Castle and Crusades adventure. $35 is the most popular pledge for the PDF and the print version of the book. This was written as a wedding present for Eric Garland and Heidi Gygax. Who's Heidi Gygax? Well, she's the daughter of Gary Gygax. Eric and Heidi are making their wedding reception guest lift available. And to all adventure fans, this adventure book that started as a simple module that they ran at conventions, but has grown with new art and ideas. Coming in at 36 pages, this adventure is designed for the prominent Gygax legacy systems, i.e. Advanced Dungeons & Dragons and Castles and Crusades. It is interested in meeting. If you're interested in a meeting of wedding gifts in D&D, this is an uncommon opportunity. So this was written by Heidi Gygax, who is right there, and Eric Garland, who is right there. Heidi, unusually pictured because Heidi looks like she's 12 in this picture, and Eric looks like he's 70, but I know that's not true. And says right here, Heidi Gygax Garland and Eric Gygax Garland. Eric, that's not how it works. When you marry, you don't inherit the last name of the person you're marrying. They inherit your last name. You know, the woman gets the man's last name, but I guess they traded last names. So Eric can now say he's a Gygax. So congratulations to Eric and Heidi Gygax for getting married and producing a module themed around their marriage and the relationship that they've had with each other. Cool. Sure. I mean, there's that one guy out there who claims he's the world's living expert on Gygax. So I'm sure he was invited to this wedding, right? And probably contributed to this, right? Right, dude? Right? Yeah, this is all you. If you live in Phoenix, Arizona, and want to support a local gaming convention, Maricopa Con 2023 is looking for some support. So you can kickstart this convention. $75 get you 2 badges, 2 ribbons, and a dice. And if they reach enough money, they will be able to host the convention in Phoenix, Arizona for the 10th year in a row. So there we go. That's always a good one. If you live in Phoenix and want a local convention to be supported, this is what could be a good use for your money. And finally, these guys are still at it. This Kickstarter just seems to never end. It keeps getting extended. You know, it's very hard to be excited about your game Level Up 5e because Lord knows you push the press for that nonstop. But the fact that you keep extending the Kickstarter seems to me that it's maybe not reaching those numbers you thought it would. You know, you got to give these guys an A for effort for the amount of time and energy they have spent pushing this game. I don't think a week has gone by where I've not at least mentioned it once in the past 3 or 4 years. You guys should send me a free copy for all the free press I give you. We had all hoped that Level Up 5e would be the Pathfinder to 5th edition, but it never really got the run it deserved. But now with the whole OGL thing and them being one of the companies that are saying, no, we're not going to bend a knee. We're going to still make our stuff the way we want to make it. Maybe Level Up will finally be able to compete until we know what's going on with ORC and Pathfinder. And then if they come along and kick 6 editions to the curb, then Level Up 5e, we still don't really know. Has anybody ever played this game? Anybody? Has anybody seen this game even in production anywhere? I know there was one live play stream, but it was being put on by the people who made the game, so that doesn't really count. Despite talking about it for almost 4 years, I still really know nothing about it other than it's a alternative take to 5th edition. And they really love pushing it. Anyways, the Kickstarter has been extended again. $40 gets you everything you need for this Level Up A5 Gate Pass Gazette Annual 2022, which is a collection of all the Level Up articles and Unearthed Arcanas and editions and stuff that they have done in the year 2022. So if you're looking for a complete collection of any rule modifications, there's stuff like that. Plus, look, it's got Ursula on the cover. Can't go wrong with Ursula, right? Me, or poor unfortunate fools in shame, in need. Yeah, I mean, Ursula on the cover. Can't go wrong. Anyways, my recommendation for this week is, of course, this. The adventure from Eric Garland and Heidi Gygax. And Kobolds Ate My Baby, because this was the inspiration for Minions on a Mission. The original idea for a goblin / kobold centric campaign setting made with sort of a sense of humor. This was one of the original ideas and for $90 you get a kobold plush. If I had to spare $90, I'd probably kickstart it. Anyways, that's it for today. If any of these are something you want to pick up or excited about, let me know. Remember to tell them the OGGM sent you when you kickstart it, which point they'll respond. I have no idea who you're talking about, but hey, it gives me some free press. So kudos to them. That's about it for this week for Kickstarters. Most of those will end Friday or Saturday, so if any of them sound like something you want to support, toss a coin to a small publisher. You never know. You might get something you absolutely love, and they'll send you free swag like stickers and, posters and dice and a plush and kobolds. Okay, they won't actually send you any living kobolds, but you know what I mean. Anyways, that's it. Till next time, I am the OGGM. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to this wonderful creation of mine that is the OGGM Adventures, consider spreading some generosity in the new year and subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me immensely to reach my impossible goal of 1 billion subs by the end of the year. But more realistically, remember this is my job, and if you want to support the OGGM Adventures, why don't you check out my merch exclusively on Big Geek Emporium. Five brand new Minion on a Mission issues, each one focusing on one specific dungeon dwelling monster. So, and all of them still under $5. Most of them running $2.99. So you couldn't do worse than to pick up my merch, review it, let other people know about it, and I would greatly appreciate it. And that's about it for today. We'll be back with our regularly scheduled normal OGL nonsense, I'm sure, later on in the afternoon, because there will be some, because this is never going to go away no matter how much we want to. So till next time, I'm your guide to all the grumpy tabletop role-playing game news, weather, and general internet nonsense that is the OGGM, wishing you a great Wednesday. Stay classy. And, of course, as always, get off my land, you damn kids and your damn meddling dog.